Welcome to our final tip when it comes to becoming a great virtual networker. So as some of you know, we have been doing 6 videos focused around what it takes for you to become a great virtual networker. So the last tip is all about being able to actually look at your virtual networking as a long game strategy. So sometimes when it comes to networking, we may fall into the trap of thinking, I go into a networking scenario and I walk back with, I walk out with a business deal. And for those who know and have been using networking so successfully, we do know that that happens, but it will not necessarily always happen. So what's the trick here? The long game strategy still works whether you're networking offline or online. And so take your time to follow, especially some of the great tips that we've shared throughout this video series, looking at really honing into your networking skills, following up, using everything you can do at your disposal from a virtual scenario to build some deep, really good relationships with the right types of target audiences that you want to network with. And once you've done that, now explore it from a long-term strategy. So set some goals for yourself. What would you like to achieve with your networking as part of your larger marketing strategy plan? As you do this, you also take a step back and say, hey, this is 1 year. So what happens halfway through? So in 6 months' time, what am I looking at? What results, what outcomes do I want to? And be really kind of objective about this. Look at it from an ROI perspective, because at the end of the day, you're spending time. You are probably spending money as well if you want to be networking really well. So you're looking at all of these. You're looking at this from the long-term strategy. Maybe that's your 1 year strategy for networking, be it virtual or not virtual. You also want to look at it from 6 months. So 6 months from now, with your networking, what do you want to have achieved? You take it back to a quarter. So in the next quarter, what are the virtual networking activities that I'm doing? And what are the results? What are the outcomes? And how can I be focused on receiving or achieving these outcomes? You take it further back into a month. So what does your networking month look like? Your virtual networking month. So what does it look like? What are the activities that you're doing? You're attending bigger events. When you come out of these events, are you connecting with them in social media? Are you doing the one-on-one follow-ups that you're supposed to be doing? Are you getting to know people? Do they know what you're looking for from a networking business perspective? Do they know the type of target audience? That will be a good referral for you. You're looking at all of these coming together. And you also want to make sure you take time to prepare for each meeting that you attend. So whether this is the big networking meeting itself, or is the one-on-ones that you're going to be having with people, you still prepare for each and every one of them. So you go ready and you help them help you, basically. And as they say, it's always going to be a giver's game. So do you remember that with networking is about showing up, being you, doing your best to network, learning the rules of the game and doing it right, but also giving as well as receiving. So there we are. We have the final tip as part of our 6-tip video series, exploring virtual networking and what it takes for you to be a great networker. So, as always, comment in this video below. Tell us how your networking has been working for you, especially from a virtual perspective. And when it comes to this point that we discussed today, looking at it from a long game strategy, but also looking at it from a strategic plus tactical perspective for you to get the return on investment that you're looking for. What are some of your experiences? What have you been doing? Share them in the comments below. I would love to read them, and I'll do my best to respond back to you as well. So if you haven't viewed any of the series up until now, now is a good time to go and explore the Athena Network City of London channels. Now, this could be on LinkedIn, it could be on Facebook, it could be on YouTube. So explore channels. It could also be on Instagram. So explore channels and watch out for this, this whole series. If you haven't watched them, watch them together, because when you do, it starts to make more sense. Watch them one after the other, make some notes, make it tailored to you, and go out there and be a fabulous virtual networker. Maggie Saffel signing out. Bye-bye.